Hey there, it's the One Boom, and I'm recording this little bit of audio before the video 2 days after I recorded it. I've calmed down since then. I'm not as angry anymore, but when I needed a video for today, I just played back the audio on this, and it made me laugh. I was belligerent, and I was ranty, and it was a little bit funny. So take this with a grain of salt. My opinions haven't changed since the video. My attitude towards it has, but this is just funny. So just take this as a funny video because I was ridiculous when I got mad about it. So, although I do believe I'm right, I still way overreacted and it's still pretty funny. So, hope you guys can laugh at me being ridiculous and let me know in the comment section below if you agree with me about the topic. I'll see you when I see you. Alright, hey there, this is One Boom. I have a rant for you. This is supposed to be I need a weapon, but I just cannot hold this in any longer, guys. I am frustrated. I am angry. I am bewildered. I'm just flat out upset. There's something magical about a defensive company. There's something about a company that will argue with you on how much better their product is, going to extreme lengths to try to prove to you that they really deserve your money. It just bothers me. I don't know what it is. Ever since I would hear stories about used car salesmen and stuff being like arguing with you about how their cars are actually good or how their cars are better, and they'll try to keep you there and lock you into some sort of plan. I was it's just defensive marketing. It seems so wrong. It just doesn't seem right, does it? I mean, when we buy products, we kind of expect them to be an authority, a confident authority. When I pay for Xbox Live, it tells me what Xbox Live gives me, and then lets me do my own thinking. If I tweeted them saying, "What the fuck? Xbox Live isn't worth $60 a year. This is bullshit," and they're like, "Actually, it is perfectly worth that. It's better than PlayStation Plus. It's better than Steam. It's better than fucking Jesus Christ. It's just the best thing ever. You need to buy it. Buy it, please." There's something about a lack of confidence there that just seems kind of skeevy. Just kind of like, "Oh, actually, you're wrong. Our product's amazing, and you should buy it." It's dumb. It's making me angry thinking about it. There's something about that. If I ever sold a product, it would just, there's the product. Hopefully, it looks cool, or sounds cool, or tastes good. And then here's what it has in it. Here's the pros about it. And then if people asked me if they should get it, I would give them, pros and cons. Not gonna, maybe that sounds like, if I was a businessman, I'd donate half of my money to charity. I know it sounds idealistic, but honestly, if I sold Xbox Ones and someone came in and is like, "Well, should I get a PS4?" I wouldn't be like, "No, stop it." I'd be like, "Well, it depends on what games you want. If you want Bloodborne, if you want DLC early, PlayStation's doing a lot of that right now, so it depends on what you're really looking for. Xbox has a wider variety of games, but PlayStation has a lot more exclusive deals, and I would talk about it. It's life. That's what I feel like I would do. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've never been handed $1 million. But, maybe if I ever received such a small loan, I would make a company and see if that would work. I'm going off topic. But anyway, Netduma. I went on a little bit of a rant when I saw that Netduma had tweeted out, what was it? I'll put a picture of it here. But it's like, when your friend is struggling and blames it on lag, but has a Duma. What does that mean? What the fuck? When you're... oh god, I hate it. I really do hate it. I have a couple more pictures from them, from their Twitter page, and they're pretty funny. They make a good product. They make a fast router. From what I've seen, the processor on the router, from what I've seen, that's not them, because I decided that whatever they're doing is skeevy in my mind. It's something about it. So I looked up actual tech reviewer guys, and they said the processor was pretty good. And I went to people that I didn't feel like they were sponsored by them. So keep in mind, when I was researching, after a while, I just ignored all the Netduma pages and I ignored anybody that was sponsored by them. And I tried to ignore posts along the lines of, "Wow, after I got my Netduma, I did way better in a match of Call of Duty." Funny story. A while back, I played a trick on my friend where we were playing Call of Duty in my room, and we were both playing and we were both getting a little bit of lag. We were losing a lot of gunfights, and we just started blaming it on lag because there's 2 Xboxes on the network, and people are on the network. There's like 5 computers, 2 Xboxes, and a smart TV. And so I was like, okay, I'll go reboot the router, and I went to go reboot it, and I actually didn't. I actually didn't reboot it. I just was like, let's see if this is a placebo. So I come back into the room, and I'm like, okay, it's done. And And he gets off his phone and he's like, okay, cool. And we start playing again. He's like, oh, this is much better. This is much better. And we did amazing for the rest of the night. All I had to do was drop that tension and drop that stigma of it being a part of lag. And then we just dealt with it and it was fine. Not to say we didn't have lag for the rest of the night, but I remember him saying the words, oh, this is much better now. When nothing changed. I just walked out of the room and walked back. I honestly, I give myself a little applause for that one. But anyway, that's confirmation bias. So if somebody goes out and buys a $200 router, and they come back with it and they're like plugging it all in, they get it all set up, they do the tutorial, they click all the fancy QoS settings, which stands for quality of service if you don't know, and they do all that, which is what the Netduma, the software has the geo filtering, which I think is totally unnecessary. I've never felt like that's necessary. And also the nice QoS features, which again are nice, but again, it's not worth the money. And the fucker just comes back and plays a game of Call of Duty and does well, and he's like, "Whoa, guy, thanks, Netduma." It's confirmation bias, because in this little tweet thread, and I want to click over here and scroll up on my second monitor here, and they said something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, it does." Okay, what did I say? I said that Netduma wants you to think that even if you have slow base internet, a Netduma router is more beneficial, which they did actually tweet that to me. I'll put a picture of that tweet right here. Yeah, it says it's great for lower traffic, for lower connections, especially hypertraffic and congestion control. One could argue it's even more beneficial. And it says, then they say, yeah, we have thousands of customers with slow connections that love it. Again, based on PhD research. Again, it's not a bad router, but if you're gonna really, okay, so apparently, apparently with this person's immense PhD research, which by the way, if you go to this guy's personal Twitter, he goes by the name PhD Fraser. PhD Fraser, either he's a huge douchebag or he's lying out of his ass. Anyway, it's funny. Apparently, when they went to go get their PhD in gaming router creation, they missed the whole thing about confirmation bias. Apparently they didn't go to college and they never heard of confirmation bias. They never did a science project and heard about confirmation bias. They never heard of the words confirmation bias, which is crazy because they're experts. They have PhDs. It's real shit. Get close to the mic with you guys. Real shit. But they can't. Seriously, we have thousands of happy customers that have slow connections. Okay, 1, how do you know they have slow connections? 2, confirmation bias. 3, fuck you. Because every post I've seen that is dissing the Netduma router is just people that are angry at Call of Duty's matchmaking. Not even joking. The only people that are praising it are people that are plugging it in, having good games, and saying it's the Netduma router. Then again, I know for a fact that Drifter has a Netduma and he has laggy matches. I know for a fact that Exclusive Ace has a Netduma and he has laggy matches. And actually, for some reason, whenever I connect, since he got his Netduma back in Advanced Warfare, every time I connect and play with him, I have terrible connection. I have tried recreating everything that's going on in my house in terms of Skype, the stream going and everything, but I play without him, and it's fine. I play with his Netduma router, it's fucking glitchy as shit, and he even complains about lag when he has it, so fuck this whole notion that the Netduma router gets rid of lag. But yet, so the only people I see praising it are Call of Duty players with confirmation bias, heavy amounts of it, you can tell they're just saying, oh, I plugged it in and now I'm doing well. And then the people that hate it are the ones that hate Call of Duty. No, Call of Duty's a dying franchise and their matchmaking system sucks. So people buy a $200 router just to make sure the matchmaking works. Because the matchmaking doesn't work. The matchmaking keeps getting worse and people keep complaining. Call of Duty makes no money and I'm really smart because I play Counter-Strike. That took a lot of air out of me. But seriously, those are the two differences. I hear it kills every amount of lag. I haven't had one frame drop. I haven't skipped once. I haven't rubber banded. It's amazing. Or I hear Call of Duty players are stupid. They buy stupid stuff. It's stupid. It's a good router, but it doesn't fix your shitty internet. It doesn't fix a slow baseline connection. If your internet line Mind you, if your internet line is giving you 20 down, 1 up, and 30 ping, and that's what you're getting on all the speed tests, wireless, wired, close to your router, far away from your router, that's what you're getting. You hook up that Netduma, all you're going to do is clear pathways. That's all it does. It's just quality of service. It's just the ability for my Xbox to breathe. To put it as simply as possible, it's taking a slightly cluttered pipe and making it less cluttered, so things can move through it easier. Do you know what my base DSL modem router does? It has a custom QoS setting where I can put in all the ports that come from Xbox Live and high priority QoS them to my Xbox. And I've done it. And you know how much lag I get? I only get the lag that other people get. I seriously do. If I lag, one of my friends or somebody in the match goes, "Oh shit, did anyone get that lag?" And everybody gets the lag at the same time, meaning it's the fucking server. And that really is another point I have to drive home here. If a game lags, you will still lag regardless of your high-speed internet and your fucking Netduma. I have one more picture to share with you guys. They tweeted this today, and that is why I'm actually a little belligerent today, because they posted this outdated looking meme, and I swear, and this maybe sounds a little narcissistic or maybe a little bit obsessive, but I swear it was directed directly towards me. They tweeted, "What if I told you high-speed internet is irrelevant for gaming?" That's the... Okay, they're right. They're right. It is irrelevant for gaming if you're offline. But if you're getting 200 down, 50 up, 12 millisecond ping, and no packet loss, 0% jitter, and you have relatively low amounts of traffic on your router. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter anymore because it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. You just need a Netduma. Buy a Netduma. And why do you not like the Netduma? That's what their Twitter page says. Go ahead and look at all of their replies. Look at all of their tweets. It's all of them troubleshooting people that are having trouble with it, which is nice because I'm sure people don't know how to set up a router. It's the same people that think it's speeding up their internet. And then they have the audacity to argue with people. We have facts and PhD research to determine that our router actually does speed up your internet. You have glorified QoS. You can fucking unclutter a fucking pipe. You can fucking clean up the network and make my Xbox a high priority. I had an old Linksys router. On old cable internet. And you know what? You know what? There was a button on that thing in the software, in the firmware. You could go in and you could add an IP address, a MAC address. So I added the MAC address of my Xbox, put it on high priority, and set it for frame burst gaming. And it made my it just sung. It was amazing. And that it was great. It was great, and that was just a little like $60 router. Netduma, I'm sorry. I don't know how. I have played decent matches and found decent lobbies and had good, and keeping a good KD and getting good gameplay without a $200 router. Without a $200 box with QoS settings. Ugh, it's dumb because they're telling people, "Oh, your high-speed internet is irrelevant. You need a Netduma." Again, the router is not a bad choice, but when a company acts like this, I don't want to buy anything from them. I don't. I'll go back to the Microsoft, the Xbox Live thing. Seriously, if I went up to a Microsoft representative and said, "Why should I purchase Xbox Live?" I should get a list of its features. I should get to know the product that I'm purchasing, the service that I'm paying for. And then I decide yes or no. If I say, "Well, I don't like that," or "I don't think that works that way," or "I don't really think that's necessary," or "I don't want to pay for that," I don't want Microsoft to argue with me about why they deserve my money. Netduma debating with me whether their router speeds up slow internet and helps slow internet connections, which I'm sure it does. If your internet's slow and you have a well-optimized router, that is helpful, but it's not going to fix your problem. It's not going to do a $200 worth fix on your internet. It's just not going to do it. Real talk. Right now, I am actually angry. I am belligerent right now because I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about different companies that try to do this. It's like a fucking used car salesman. Really try to look for me, for my sake, for your children's sake. Try to find somebody being using constructive criticism on the Netduma itself, on its hardware, on its signal strength, on its capabilities, on its geofilter, on its actual helpfulness. Try to find it. I couldn't find it. I spent like a solid 40 minutes. That's not that long. What is your attention span? The size of a squirrel? I don't have a great attention span. But if I spend 40 minutes Googling Netduma router specs, Netduma router reviews, and it's all Call of Duty players that are trying to get sponsored, and it's all of Netduma's pages saying, our router's the best. The same people, the same unverified Twitter that comes at me going, oh, no, 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 it's really good. Buy it. Buy it. They never use the words buy it, but it's a fucking company. It's a goddamn company, and of course they want me to buy it. They want me to tell people to buy it. They want me to tell my friends about it. They want me to have fun with it. Oh, I fucking hate it. I'm mad about it. Watch out for companies that do this. I keep saying it, but watch out for companies that do this. Watch out for companies that just, they sponsor people and they get enough traction in a community. They defend themselves tooth and nail, and then they expect you to buy their product based on their defense of their own product. But by the way, all this belligerent rambling is making me quite thirsty. What I need is proven hydration with electrolytes. What's this? Gatorade by the gallon? Wow, 128 fluid ounces of Gatorade for a low cost of $2.50 at your local Walmart? Well, this must not be good for you at all. Why, this is far better than energy drinks, soda, or half the fruit juices you buy for your kids. And it's so cheap and affordable and delicious. Excuse me why I enjoy a sip of one of my favorite flavors here, orange. Here I go. Refreshing. Ah. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun recording it. I've never been more hydrated. Anyway, I'll see you when I see you. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And keep in mind that I do think the Netduma router is a good router. I think it's a strong router. I think as a piece of hardware, it's solid. I hate companies that do this. It's dumb to me. It's unprofessional. And it's skeevy. And that's probably why I won't buy one for a while. Is they seem pretty skeevy, and I'd like to actually see an actual review. So please do look up some actual reviews and stuff, because I couldn't really find anything really coherent. I found a couple pages talking about its processor and its abilities, but it's mostly just Netduma pages, actually posting stuff. And oh god, I had like 2 bagels for breakfast, and that Gatorade's hitting it kind of funny.